Today, we're diving into a really dark, cautionary tale. It's a chilling story about how that burning desire for revenge can become this all-consuming fire, a fire that doesn't just destroy its target, but also the person who lit the match. Let's see just how this dark journey unfolds. So, right off the bat, the story hits you with this powerful warning. It frames revenge not as some kind of justice, but as this beautiful illusion that's just masking a hollow, dark reality. And that right there, that's the central theme we're going to see play out in the most tragic way you can imagine. It makes you wonder, from the very beginning, what could possibly drive someone down a path like that? Okay, so our story kicks off in what seems like a completely normal home, but you know there's something hiding behind that ordinary facade. This is where we get into our first chapter, A Mother's Secret. Here we meet Kusum Sharma and her son Arav, who's in college. Now, by day, she's the perfect mother. Just incredibly loving. But at night, it's a totally different story. For years, Arav has noticed that every single night, she just vanishes from the house. He never asks why. There's something about this strange, intense gleam in her eyes that just stops him cold. Their quiet, kind of creepy routine is about to be completely shattered. Arav brings home a college friend to study, Neha Sinha. She has absolutely no idea she's walking right into a trap, about to become the unsuspecting trigger for this entire tragedy. Now this is the moment everything changes. On the outside, Kusum is completely calm, but inside, a storm is raging. She starts asking these simple questions. What's your full name? What are your parents' names? And when she hears the answers, Vivek and Riya Sinha, and that they're from Chandrapur, her own hometown, it's like a switch just flips inside her. That name, Vivek Sinha, that is the key that unlocks this entire mystery. And to really understand Kusum's reaction, we have to go back in time. We need to uncover the powerful motive that's driving her, a 20-year-old wound. So here's the backstory, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. 20 years ago, Kusum and Vivek were childhood sweethearts, planning to spend their lives together. But then he moved to the city, broke his promise, and married another woman, Riya. Years later, a widowed Kusum runs into Vivek. He recognized her, but his reaction was just cold indifference, no remorse, no apology. And that right there, that was the spark that ignited a desire for revenge that had been dormant for so long. And that brings us right back to the present. With the daughter of her sworn enemy now unknowingly in her grasp, Kusum starts to spin her deadly plan. Welcome to the web of magic and sweets. Kusum's plan is just so cold and methodical. It unfolds in 4 steps. First, she wins Neha's trust by showering her with kindness. Then she uses homemade enchanted sweets, insisting Neha take them home to her mother to place a curse on Riya. At the same time, she's manipulating things behind the scenes to make Neha fall deeply in love with her son, Arav. The end goal? To systematically destroy Vivek's entire family from the inside. Meanwhile, Riya Sinha gets gravely ill, and the doctors are baffled. Arav sees the strange look of satisfaction in his mother's eyes, and his suspicion grows. So, one night, he searches her room, and what he finds is just chilling. There's a glass of water with Neha written on it, a packet of hair, and a handkerchief marked Riya. For Arav, this is it. This is tangible proof of his darkest fear, black magic. Arav confronts his mother, really hoping he's wrong, but any hope he had is just shattered. She confesses to everything, and she does it with this chilling smile. Her words are horrifying. This wasn't a coincidence. I did all of it. I made her fall in love with you. She admits she used the sweets to enchant Neha and to slowly poison Riya. The truth is so much worse than Arav could have ever imagined. With that horrifying truth now out in the open, the plan enters its final, devastating stage. Now, we witness the tragic conclusion, the price of revenge. And just like that, the first domino falls. Riya Sinha dies. The mysterious illness, induced by Kusum's curse, finally claims her life. A distraught Arav runs to his mother, pleading with her, "Mom, Riya's dead. Please stop now. Your revenge is complete." But for Kusum, this is nowhere near enough. "No," she tells him coldly. "Now it's Neha's turn." A few weeks later, a grieving Neha comes to their house, worried about Arav. Kusum has been waiting. She welcomes her in, comforts her,
and serves her a final, fatal meal. The very next day, Neha falls ill with the exact same symptoms as her mother. She dies shortly after.
But the revenge plot has one final, unforeseen victim. When the news of Neha's death arrives, Kusum has this triumphant, horrifying smile on her face. For Arif, that's the final straw. The weight of his mother's actions completely shatters him, unable to bear it anymore. He takes his own life. So Kusum got her goal. She has destroyed Vivek Sinha's world, but in doing so, she has completely annihilated her own. Let's look at the quiet aftermath in our final section, the silence of destruction. Her victory is just utter desolation. Vivek's family is in ruins, sure, but her own world is now an empty wasteland. The story says she loses her sanity, spending her days sitting alone in her kitchen, making sweets and talking to the ghosts of her victims, saying things like, "Ria, have some. Neha, this is the last one." In her madness, she remembers a warning she once heard from the person who taught her these dark arts, and it serves as the story's grim moral. Black magic is the path to ruin. It spares no one. She sought to destroy another, but the path of vengeance consumed everything, including herself and the one person she truly loved. And this brings us to the final haunting question the story leaves us with. It's a question that just hangs over the silence of Kusum's empty house, a question for all of us to consider. When revenge takes everything, who truly wins?